Many years ago, I got into carving, although I would probably fall more into that whittling category. It initially started when, with a broken knee, I was confined to bed for 2 months straight and I was doing anything just to keep my sanity. Later, I did it because I really enjoyed the process. Sad to say now, I carve very little, if at all. It started with bears just because Crystal and I had a fondness for them. I even carved her a bear with a honey pot, put her engagement ring in it, and gave her that when I proposed to her. The beginning of my bears were somewhat rudimentary, although as I went on, I got a little bit better at the process. I went through other phases. I even went through a hippo phase. Now, there's a story about a man who asked a carver how he created his pieces. The carver said, "It's easy. I just look at the block of wood and I carve away everything that's not a bear." Simple but true, I guess. Now, I read an interesting passage in the life of Christ that made me think of carving. It's in John chapter 2, verses 23 through 25. We read, "Now when he was in Jerusalem at the Passover, many believed in his name when they saw the signs that he was doing. But Jesus on his part did not entrust himself to them because he knew all people and needed no one to bear witness about man, for he himself knew what was in man." It was a somewhat melancholy passage for me when I read it. People saw his signs and believed him, but the part about Jesus' reaction made me think maybe they believed in his signs but weren't sold on him being the Christ. Now the question arises, why would this make you think of carving? It's the part about Jesus knowing what was in man. I think God sees us and says, well, that attitude shouldn't be there, or that envy needs to be removed, or whoa, he isn't loving others. So the key is letting Christ remove everything that isn't what he intended us to be. The trouble with that is when we allow him to remove it, it is quite often painful. But if you will trust him and allow him to work in your life, with him as the carver, removing what isn't in his image, you will become his masterpiece. Think about that as you center this week.